the nutrient-dense foods, as well as stress reduction, efficient exercise, and restorative sleep. All of this is critical. If you had a stool that had 4 legs, any one leg, if it were broken, would destabilize the stool. So if you were eating extremely healthy, but you had a lot of stress in your life, you could literally destroy your microbiome and create all the problems that poor eating would create, but you didn't have poor eating, you just had too much stress in your life. Every one of these 4 legs of the stool has to be as ideal as you can make it. Obviously, we're not going to be perfect people, but if you can make it more ideal, then you'll be a healthier person. And that's what the book is all about. In the end of the book, I talk about some paleo recipes that I've created. And like I said on my website, I have quite a number of other original paleo recipes. So my website is drdanenberg.com, which is drdanenberg.com. I have lots of blogs. I usually write once a week on Mondays with subjects that are related to the gut and the mouth and overall health. Sometimes I go off on tangents that have nothing to do with dentistry, which is kind of fun. And I even do some Skype consultations for individuals that want to talk about their mouth and their gut, and they can't see me, so I talk to them through Skype like we're talking right now.
Perfect. And all those links will be in the show notes as well for anyone listening who can't write them down. And those are at wellnessmama.fm. And a couple like rapid fire things I love to end with if you have a couple more minutes. The first is I'd love to know a book that's had a major impact on your life besides your own, which I think will have a major impact on many people's lives. But I'm curious if off the top of your head, there's a book that's really influenced you.
Absolutely. Terry Walls, the physician who had multiple sclerosis and literally cured herself from a healthy diet and lifestyle, wrote a book called The Walls Protocol. And when I read it years ago, I mean, it's not that many years ago, but years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I guess it would be now, I really became involved with the concept. That started to influence me to where I am now. I'm 71 years old. I didn't understand healthy diet until I was 66. I had a stroke at the age of 59. So I didn't get into what I'm doing until when I was 66, and now I'm 71. For the last 5 years, I've really re-engineered myself. I've re-engineered the way I practice dentistry or periodontics, and that's what I promote to my patients. That's what I speak about when I speak at seminars and a variety of conventions that I go to. This is the way humans should live. And one thing I can mention to you is that you are never, ever, ever too old to make a change, because I did. And I am healthier today than I've ever been in my 71 years.
That's awesome. And lastly, I can probably guess what it might be along the lines of, but I'd love to know one piece of advice that you wish you could give to everyone as we part ways today.
Make sure you have a healthy gut. That's critical.
I love it. And like I said, I literally could talk to you for 8 hours, and I think we might have to do a round 2 one day because this has been so much fun. But Dr. Al, I appreciate your time so much and for you sharing your wisdom today and for joining me.
Thanks, Katie. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for asking.
You're so welcome. And thanks to all of you for listening. And I hope to see you next time on the Healthy Moms Podcast. If you're enjoying these interviews, would you please take 2 minutes to leave a rating or review on iTunes for me? Doing this helps more people to find the podcast, which means even more moms and families can benefit from the information. I really appreciate your time, and thanks as always for listening.